Hello there, welcome to new video of software engineering. In this video, we are going to see something about assessment alternative architecture design, which is a part of Unit 3, Chapter 2, creating an architectural design. In this one, we are going to see accessing alternative architecture design. So, accessing alternative architecture design have got various approaches. In this one, we have seen about 4 A, B, C, D. What is a set of questions provided at early stages by the designer? That is how the quality may be laid out to the foundation of this. One is assessed by the control architecture, assess how the data is going to, how the data is controlled, how we are going to see it, how the data is controlled, what is the data, apply architectural trade-off analysis, AT-AMT, and access architectural complexity and use of architectural description language, ADL. These things are we are going to see in our video today. That is A, B, C, D. What is A? Questions. B is nothing but AT-AM. C is not architectural complexity. D is nothing but ADL. We are going to see. So, access control architecture. How the control manager with how is control managed within the architecture? Who is going to control everything with the architecture? Does the architecture contain any hierarchical, means models are hierarchical which are related to each other? If so, what is the role of component in between them? Then what is the control of hierarchy? How does component transfer the control system? How the control shared among that one? Means if I have got hierarchy of the system, let's take an example. I have got this one, correct? And there is one more. Then hierarchy exit. If so, what are the component? Who control this hierarchy? This one or this one? Actually, the root, correct? And how the control transfer from this one, and how the control is shared, how the shared is everything is that. This is based on this one. The next one, in this one, how the communication between them and how they communicate with each other. This component will communicate with this one. How? What is the mode of transfer? Data passed information, means it is asynchronous or synchronous. It's only going and coming both the way. Data, another data availability globally and everything. Do component exit? There is a repository, central repository system. Is it an active or passive? Blockhead means active. Active means only if there are any changes like this. If the connection, if you want to add one more, I can be able to add this one. There is no effect on this one. They can central root cannot able to do all those stuff. Or passive one. Okay, how the function interact with each other. That's the point here. Correct. I hope you got this point. How the data is communicated, how mode of transfer is taken, how does the component exit, how the functional component interact with this one. Then architectural trade-off analysis method, AT-AM. Okay, I'm marking important. Correct. Collect scenario represent a system from the user point of view. How user look into the system. Elicit requirement constant environment. How important environment is described or not. Describe candidate requirement, all detailed style, what are the styles have been chosen, if the stakeholder have been chosen, what are and how they have done it. Evaluate quality attributes like security, maintainability, flexibility, testability, portability, reusability, and interportability. Consider each output isolated to each other. They are not related to each other. How you are going to evaluate that one. Identify sensitivity of quality, means attribute. What are very sensitivity quality attributes? Attribute specify that making small changes. If you make small changes in the architecture, it will change overall quality of that attribute. For an example, there is a user input, correct? You have given a username and a password. Now let's take an example. The username is simple. If I made password of 15 characters, that become the whole thing, because everywhere you see it here, everywhere will take 8 to 10 characters with chunk characters, all combination. If I make 15 characters, overall architecture will be affected. How do you verify and everything? This becomes very important part of it. Critic application of candidate architecture style. That is from step 3. Describe the candidate architecture that have chosen the address of scenarios of the requirement based on the requirement work. Based on this one, what will happen? Alternative may be eliminated. Any alternative comes up will be eliminated. Any modification represent detail been targeted on this one. Correct? This is what ATAM is represented. Next one, accessible architecture complexity. Accessing architecture concept. Overall complexity. System architecture has to be defined based on dependency. This is based on dependency. Correct? Or different types of dependencies are there. Shared dependency, this is your memory and it is shared by you and we. Correct? Same repository is shared by two components. Flow dependency, the input of you or the output of you is also input of we. So if this output get delayed, this will also get delayed. This is nothing but flow dependency. A, B and C. C is dependent on B, B is dependent on. If anything happen delay here, then this will be delayed, this will be delayed. This is what? Flow dependency. Constraint dependency, both should be executed. 1 and 2 then give you the output 3. If any one does goes up, then this is not going to execute. This is nothing but complexity. Access dependency. There are 3 types of dependency. What is that? Sharing dependency, flow dependency, another one in constant dependency. I hope you got it. Next point is architectural description, language, ADL, notation, how the UML notation will be used. Correct? About their need of formal approach, how they allow formal approach which provide semantic and syntax. What do you mean by semantic? Meaningful. What are the meaning for it, and what are the syntax described in syntax? Meaningful approach. Now if I say there exist a human or there exists something which is there, then you can able to tell that one. Goal of this, allow designer to decompose architecture component, allow integrator a small component to it, represent interface between the component. These are the example of right, OCOM, Unicom. These are the example for hope. I hope I have covered the maximum points here. Thank you very much.